I'm with you. But let's get into this next topic, guys. So the next topic that we're talking about is this ugly man, Hunter Biden. I assume, I don't know, Biden's got a lot of kids, but I think we are talking about Hunter Biden today. Yes, we are. Now, it says House Republicans escalate attacks on Biden family, alleging business with foreign nationals. Oh yeah, you already know, bro. You already know. You got good content over there too. There's nothing. It's never anything to shout out good content. Let's keep that a stack. Now shouting out bad content. Oh my gosh. Now that is an infringement on the freedom of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Send somebody over there and they gotta watch some BS. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Now let's see what's going on over here. Now it says Republican chairman of the House Oversight Committee mounted more attacks Wednesday against President Joe Biden, Mr. Sleep himself, Mr. Sleepy, Mr. Dementia himself. And I do not wish dementia on anybody, absolutely. But when you know your president's got dementia, hey, it's about time to retire. Like, guys, like, Joe, like, you did what you needed to do. You did your service for your country. It's time for you to hit the Bahamas, bro. Get a towel, put a towel over you. You know what I'm saying? And can somebody please just make sure that there's a Secret Service agent with Joe Biden, because we don't want Joe Biden to get lost at the beach. We know he has a really hard time after his speeches deciding, oh, do I exit stage left? Do I exit stage right? So we need a caretaker for Joe Biden to make sure that he can get to his hotel room. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop. But, okay. Now, they were alleging that relatives of the president engaged in business with foreign nationals without detailing evidence of any crime. I don't know why they would detail evidence of any crime. But Chairman James Comer, Republican of, what is KY, Kentucky? Is that Kentucky? Let me know if I'm wrong. Sent a memorandum Wednesday morning to Republican members of the panel, which is investigating the finances of the Biden family, about what he describes as information that the committee had recently received from subpoenas from 4 different banks. Now, the memo said that subpoenas were tailored to specific individuals and companies that engaged in business activities with the Biden family members and their business associates. And they pretty much didn't give out any details. Of course, they didn't give out any details now. Now it says, obviously the Biden family's alleged business dealings with foreign nationals, which if you guys didn't know, it's the Chinese people. If you didn't know, I don't know why they keep calling it foreign nationals. I mean, it is multiple countries that they were involved with, but the one that we're all thinking about is the Chinese. The one that makes this a little sketchy is the Chinese, because as we know, China hates us. The Chinese government hates us. And so it would be very weird, especially, for the president and pre-vice president's son to be doing deals with, really involving a country that does not like us. They threatened us like last month, like 2 months ago. They literally threatened us. Now, let's continue. Now, it alleges that the Biden family activities in Romania, shout out Andrew Tate, bear clear indicia, of a scheme to peddle influence from 2015 to 2017. So this is definitely while Joe Biden was vice president. His son Hunter, through an associate, received more than $1 million. Small for the Biden family, not small at all though. Controlled by a Romanian official accused of corruption. So I had never heard of any involvement with them possibly in Romania, but I did hear about their involvement in China. So, maybe they're making their rounds here, and everything like that. I don't really know exactly what would be the issue with them doing business in Romania. I don't know exactly what the United States' relationship is with Romania or anything like that. But they are being accused of corruption. So hopefully this article will kind of give us some type of indicator of to how there was corruption involved. I mean, you're allowed to do business in other countries, obviously. You're allowed to do business in China, obviously. It's just when your dad is the vice president and China is, I guess you could say, our biggest op. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to NBA YoungBoy, the richest op, and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Then it gets into, you kind of want to look at it a little bit. It just seems strange. It seems a little weird, you know, and everything like that. You never want to mess with, you know what I'm saying? If you support a country, if you support the United States, it's weird to do business in China. You know what I'm saying? Especially if that's the president. If you're just a business, you know what I'm saying, in the United States, that's a little different because you don't have any ties to the United States government. But if you have ties to the United States government and he's got family ties, people are going to ask questions. So it's fine if you do that business in China. Just be transparent about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Be transparent about it. And it doesn't seem like they're being transparent about it. So then people like me go and ask questions. You know what I'm saying? People like me go and make YouTube videos about it. Now it says Hunter Biden provided legal advice to a Romanian businessman charged with real estate fraud. There's no evidence that Hunter Biden or his father acted improperly or violated any laws. Okay, then why are we reading this article? Now, it says the memo also says the Biden family and associates' activities and coordinated with Chinese nationals and their corporate entities appear to engage in financial deception. Which financial deception can be very hard to kind of track, you know? Especially when dealing with foreign countries. Like, think about Sweden, for instance. If an American takes this money and puts it into a Swedish bank account, those people from Sweden are the Swiss people. Not Sweden's, Switzerland. A Swiss bank account, excuse me. Shout out to their cheese, too, by the way. You know what I'm saying? They go to war to protect your money. If the United States, if they want to send you to jail and they want to access your money, it's not in the United States bank, and they go over to the Swiss are like, nope, sir. Nope. They make it extremely hard for the United States government to be able to access that money. And that's why when you're watching your movies and all of that, you hear about rich people putting their money into Swiss banks. There's a reason for it. You know what I'm saying? And if you got your money, you know what I'm saying, you might want to stay away from that SVB, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. If you're a rich person, you should definitely be thinking about banks right now. There's a lot of collapses going on right now and everything like that. People like Warren Buffett telling you, hey, you shouldn't be that scared. But let's be real here. You only got $250K insured. So if you're rich, you got more than $250K in that bank. So you should be wondering where that other money is going. It's about time to take a flight to Switzerland, my guys. Take me with you too, because if you're watching this and you're rich and you built the idea that it's time to go to Switzerland, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. Just, you know, you can thank me with a trip to Switzerland. I'll pull up with you, you know what I'm saying. I'll buy you a shot. You just buy the hotel, the plane, you know what I'm saying, buy me some more drinks, you know what I'm saying, everything like that. You know what I'm saying. We can go out, we can meet some Swiss girls or something, you know what I'm saying, eat some Swiss cheese. You know, it could be a good time. Gotta ask. You know, you never know. Now, let's continue. Now, it says that the previous allegations that Comer made against Hunter Biden in March, which he alleged that the president's son and at least two relatives, so it's like a family affair out here. Shout out to the people who are in the chat too. Trayvon, I don't know if you're also in the if you're still in the chat, but shout out to you for sure. They were paid $1.3 million by an associate of Hunter Biden who had been wired $3 million from a Chinese energy company that was affiliated with another company Hunter Biden had been doing business with. So, NBC News reported that there was no indication that Joe Biden played a role in his son's dealings in China. It's still ugly. You know what I'm saying? It's still ugly. But it's as long as there was no wrongdoing, that would be fine. But I personally know that a lot of these statements that they were getting from these banks weren't having people's full names on it. It was like some documents that, you know, were tied to other people didn't have everyone's names. It was kind of like a little sketchy, you know what I'm saying? It was a little sketchy, not necessarily illegal, but possibly illegal if people took the time to look more into it. And who is about to look more into it? The Republicans. The Republicans are definitely going to take the time. They like, I got time today. You feel me? Now, let's continue. The House Oversight Democratic staff issued their own memo to Democratic lawmakers on the committee later Wednesday, hours after he was released, accusing the Republican chairman of making unfounded accusations against President Biden and his family based on cherry-picked and misleading information about banking documents. Now, I can tell you the banking documents from the article that I read for you guys, that video, I can't name exactly which video it was. I think it was a video about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Those videos are sketchy. Those videos are sketchy. And that's the important thing. Like, Joe Biden, you got to learn, it's all about the people that you keep. You can't be having, your son out here doing a bunch of, on camera, with a bunch of peace stars and everything like that, and not expect it to kind of bounce back on you. And that's what you guys got to understand too about people. It's all about the company that you keep. It's essentially like the story where, you're in a car with somebody who has drugs. You may not have the drugs, but it's a bad look. If the news article comes out, Joe Biden was in the car with somebody who had drugs on them, even if that person gets away scot-free and Joe Biden, or that person goes to jail and Joe Biden gets away scot-free, all of the voters are going to look at Joe Biden like, why were you in a car? Why were you doing this? Are you dirty too? Did you just not get caught? Like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of ruins your reputation in a way. Now, this is from the suspicious activity reports reviewed by the committee from the Department of Treasury. It also alleged that Comer has intentionally mischaracterized SAR documents presenting unverified tips from financial institutions as facts. Now, it says committee Republicans' inexplicable misuse of these confidential law enforcement documents is not only responsible, it demonstrates the hyper-partisan nature of committee Republicans' probe into the Biden family. Okay, let's see if there's anything good here. This is a long article. I'm not about to read all of this right now. Let's see what's good here, though. Anything good? Now, they're essentially accusing the Republicans of this attack. This isn't necessarily them coming at Hunter Biden completely here in this article. It's more about the Republicans' investigation into it. Now, they're saying it's been 5 years of investigations into Hunter Biden and his legitimate business practices, and still Republicans have nothing to show for it. Senate Republicans spent 2 years chasing conspiracies for those responsible for Pizzagate and the big lie and found no evidence of any wrongdoing. Now, this is big government stuff. Big government stuff. As we can see, Trump's kind of dealing with the same type of issues, and everything like that, where people are essentially, accusing him of everything. A lot of this stuff Trump might have did. Some of this stuff Trump probably didn't do. But essentially, people, when you're in political office, people are going to, they're going to break it down. They're going to look into, whatever they can to try to ruin you, because that directly helps them. If the Biden administration can find something on Trump and Trump's no longer, a candidate as a result of it, or it hurts him in the polls so bad, then what does that do? That directly helps Biden's presidency or his candidacy, and it helps the Democrats out as well and everything. So it makes a lot of sense why people would attack. So I want to know what you guys think about this. I want to know what you guys think about Hunter Biden. What do you guys think about him doing business in China? Is it fine for the vice president's son to do, business with, let's say, like Russia or like China, or is that ugly, or is that like fine as long as there's actually no misdoings, and everything like that? Because you can't tell somebody what to do with their business and everything like that, especially if what they're doing is legitimate. So I just want to know kind of what you guys' opinion of that is for sure and everything like that. But I'm not gonna hold you guys up. Definitely like, comment, subscribe to help out the channel. The channel's been doing a lot of growth. I like a lot of the comments that you guys have had. I've been checking out the comments this morning that you guys had on my last Trump video, and it was great to really talk to you guys and see everything you guys thought. Some people get really passionate when it comes to this stuff, and I love to see the passion as long as everybody is very respectful of one another.